Hello and welcome to this edition of Eat Right with Rouse's. I'm your host, Keith Whitesides, and as you can tell, we are right here in beautiful Rouse's, and joining me, one of the pride of Rouse's, their dietitian, April Sins. April, thanks for joining me here.
Hi, Keith. Good to be here. Thank you.
So exciting. I tell you, the vibrant color, it always makes me smile when I see the vibrant colors behind us.
I know.
In Rouse's, right?
Yes, it definitely does. All the beautiful produce, it looks so fresh and just... It makes you want to eat it.
That's exactly right. It makes you want to go shopping.
Makes you want to go shop.
The fruit and vegetable area of Rouse's. It just is. But talking about feeling good, let's talk a little bit about some of these things we can do for kids and something about comfort.
Yeah. So, when you think about childhood comfort foods, it kind of brings back some nostalgia.
All right.
Right? It brings back memories. And as a dietitian, I don't want to take those things away because that's important to us.
Right.
That's something that reminds us of when we grew up. So what I like to think of is how can we amplify it? How can we take those childhood comfort foods and maybe make a grown-up twist on it? And when I say amplify it, generally I'm meaning how can we add some fruit or vegetables to it?
Right.
To maybe make it a little bit more nutritious, even if it already starts as nutritious, maybe adding some more nutrition, some more fiber and things to it as well.
Okay.
So that's what we're going to be talking about today. And so just thinking about that nostalgia, Keith, when you think about cake and ice cream, what do you think about?
Birthday.
A birthday party,
That's
a birthday
right.
celebration.
Right.
So that's like one of those things. It's like in our brain, it's in tune. It just makes us think of those things.
Right.
And so I'm sure that there's many, when you think of gumbo, you think of cold weather,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Right.
So it's so many things. So just because we ate something as a child doesn't mean we can't have it as an adult.
Okay.
So grown-up food does not have to be boring.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be tasteless. We still want those flavors there. Having those flavors is really important. So we want to keep those at the top of mind.
Right.
So adding maybe some fresh herbs to things, maybe some bright berries, making it really colorful, even adding sprinkles to something that doesn't have color to it. Just keeping it really fun and vibrant.
And finding ways to do that with the time it takes to do that, right?
Right.
Time makes a difference in being able to figure that out. And you can do this quickly and easily.
You
right?
can do it quickly and easily, and that's really important. I try to look for ways that can be really doable for parents, kids, and everybody because we want to make sure that that these are realistic things, that we can do these things in real time.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I was thinking about I have a few examples of some things that I think of whenever I was like a kid and maybe that were really fun, but how can I make a grown-up twist on it?
Okay. All right.
And so the first thing I have is did you ever, when you were little, did you ever have that spray can of cheese and then take some crackers and spray it in there? Maybe even might have sprayed some of that cheese right into your mouth.
I had to put it on crackers.
I'm speaking for a friend.
I've never done it, but I know a friend who has.
So that
squirt cheese.
Yeah, the cheese. Well, that's totally fine, and some people still eat it, and that's totally fine too.
Right.
But I was thinking about how could we kind of like amplify that up and kind of make it a little bit different. So take those same crackers that you normally would use and make some like fancy hors d'oeuvres with it. You could take some whipped cream cheese.
Okay.
And you can add some kiwi and some strawberries to it. You're going to be adding some great sources of vitamin C with the kiwi and strawberries and some fiber. And then that cream cheese is going to add some great flavor and a nice fresh dairy product as well. Another thing too is keeping it simple. Some cheese on the cracker with some apple slices.
Apples on the side?
I mean, just makes it easy. And if you think about like a charcuterie board, you're going to find a lot of these things on a charcuterie board. So why not just make it on a plate?
Exactly.
A little snack plate.
One of my coworkers today always liked green apples. She had no idea how wonderful it was to put peanut butter with it.
Right.
And so just that pairing, that adult pairing that she does now, I thought it was wonderful. That happened today.
So good and so satisfying.
Right.
So whenever you pair that protein from that peanut butter with that apple, it just makes a satisfying treat.
Right.
Another thing, too, is you think of like carrots and ranch, great snack. But what if you wanted to make sort of a bigger meal? What if you wanted to make a bigger plate with it? What if we took a wedge, iceberg wedge, and we added some matchstick carrots to it, add extra, and then put that ranch on top. And then you could top it with some of your other favorite salad toppings. And you could have like an actual meal instead of having it just as a snack. So that can be a little bit of a bigger meal as well. And then another thing too is, this is one of my favorites, okay? So when I think of growing up in elementary school, I think of one of my favorite meals was a sloppy Joe.
Oh, wow.
Did you have that growing up?
We did. It was one of the few things that was really, really good in the cafeteria.
Oh, it was so good. Now, when you think of a sloppy Joe, typically it's just the bread and the meat from the sloppy Joe, right? What if we loaded that sloppy Joe with some vegetables? What if we added some black beans to it, some avocado, some lettuce? What if we added some of these items on there and just amplified it up, made some, had more nutrition in it, added some fiber with all those, and I think it would just be more of a satisfying sandwich.
Avocado makes any sandwich better.
I love avocado.
It just does.
It really does.
I like avocado on every sandwich.
Yeah.
And lettuce wedges, believe it or not, that's an elegant food option in fancy restaurants.
Absolutely.
And you made that recommendation for a simple pairing today.
It's a simple pairing. And, you don't have to be at a fancy restaurant. It's totally doable.
Yep.
So in conclusion, our childhood favorites, they're a great way to bring back that nostalgia from when we were a kid, and create those family favorite memories again, and just add a little twist to it.
And a way to be able to enjoy your childhood, bring it back, and amplify it, making it a little bit healthier.
Exactly.
Some fantastic recommendations, April. Thank you for that. It's always fun to think about these things. It's always great to have you in studio with us.
Thank you so much,
All right.
Keith.
All
Great
right.
to be here.
And that will do it for us right here from Rouse's with Eat Right with Rouse's. Don't go anywhere. A lot more local programming right here on HTV.